It's not easy. Mr. Speaker, it may not be easy for members to go through this report, but if you direct, Mr. Speaker, I can volunteer to take the committee through the contents of the report. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Cherargei, what's your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, I agree with my predecessor that he might have read the document very well, but my point is that if we allow him to take us through Kamukunji, he might want to share with us what he believes is right or wrong. So I think the best for us is to allow members to read on their own. They can internalize and understand. Then if there are issues that need clarification, then my good friend Senior Counsel Okongo Mugeni can be sought after. But saying for us to be taken through the Kamkunji, we are worried he might indoctrinate with us some of his beliefs on what BBI should stand for. So, Mr. Speaker, I think we should just adjourn up to afternoon 2:30. We come back, let everybody. Mr. Speaker, on your communication, since I have the mic, I have heard your communication. You said something about amendment. I don't know whether you are giving directions or you are advising that we can amend the document.
You read
because Mr. Speaker, on your communication, I just wanted to see clarification. One, on the issue that Article 257, that you are advising or you are directing. Number two, Mr. Speaker.
You are now mixing up issues. Please, let's hold your horses.
Just on your communication, Speaker.
You go through the communication, it's very clear.
But I have not been supplied. Maybe finally,
yeah, I'll give you a
copy. Mr. Speaker, maybe finally, because this is an important process and every member must be with the House. Unless the promoters of this bill would want to go alone. But if they want to go with us, it's important we seek clarification. Maybe finally, Mr. Speaker, you can direct, because we saw a lot of things in WhatsApp and many other things, you can direct that every member should be provided not only with the report, but with the annexures. And I advise members, when you are reading this amendment bill, make sure you are annexed to the Constitution of 2010 so that it becomes easy to understand. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Okay, maybe the final one, because I want to, we don't have the luxury of time. Yes, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I'll be very brief. I think the two processes are not mutually exclusive. We can actually do both. Like we did during the revenue allocation process, it's just a presentation. Then we can have a bit of more time to go through that report, but we know what is where, and we've had a bit of insight. The committee is privileged to be more, informed about this report. Some of us are meeting it for the first or second time. So I think these two events are not mutually exclusive. We can have both of them. One, to make the presentation, and then the second one, for us to go through the report and then get ready for debate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, senators. I want to give direction. Okay, Senator Nderitu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, as we to thank what Senator for Vihiga and Senator Cherio said, we need more time, but what we need is the document. And once we have the document, Mr. Speaker, as he's taking us through, then we'll be given time. In the morning, we read the document. Maybe from 2:30, we can have that Kamukunji. He takes us through that document. Maybe that one will have more information, Mr. Speaker, about the document.
Okay, order, honorable senators. I want to agree that this is a very critical moment for Parliament and Senate, for that matter. And therefore, following the request for time to read, using standing order number 1, I hereby allow the request. The Senate therefore stands adjourned to 2:30 p.m. today.